Well, tonight, I'd like to introduce us. I'm Papa Sal, and this is Mama Val.
Hello, welcome.
Our executive chef, Suzanne, and we are Italian Hearts pasta sauces. Wait a minute, did I say pasta sauce? Well, this is what we're doing tonight. We're doing something completely different than pasta. We're using our sauces for other things besides just carbs. We're making wonderful dishes. Tonight we're doing a vegetarian chili, which is also vegan. Our sauces, Val's Vegetarian, was made from a lot of friends that are vegan. So we went up to a friend's cabin up at Lake Tahoe, and Val's Vegetarian was born. We start off with 3 sauces in our repertoire. The first sauce is my family's recipe, which is also gluten-free. This is a gluten-free kitchen, so they can't have any gluten in here at all. So this is made with mild wing Italian sausage, chuck roast, and pork spare ribs. It's really a very hearty, meaty flavored sauce. And then my family is from Naples, and my wife's family is from Rome, and they make their sauce with meatballs. And meatballs have breadcrumbs in them, so that's why it's not gluten-free. But tonight we're going to concentrate on the Val's Vegetarian. So many different uses of our sauce. In 2008, both my wife and I, we lost our jobs, our careers that we had been at for 25 years. And so we do what every good Italian family does when you get bummed out. You start cooking. And you invite friends and family over. And it was our pastor's wife that said, you know, you should try bottling this stuff. Well, we thought about it, we prayed about it, and sure enough, it took us about a year. We kind of did things in reverse. Rather than going to the farmers markets first, we targeted Whole Foods. Now, Whole Foods has a compliance that's about a Webster dictionary thick, and it took us a year and a half to complete that compliance. So once we got in there, it just started taking off, and both my wife and I, we do demos there at Whole Foods, here at Natural Grocers. You'll find us in 68 local stores, and also our little kitchen in Gardnerville. We source local ingredients, we cook locally, and
We live locally.
we live locally. Well, tonight is the vegetarian chili, and pretty much most of the work is what my wife Val has been doing, making pretty stuff there. We're using, well, I'll just run down the ingredient list.
If you didn't get a recipe, they're right up here.
Yeah, they're right up here. You're welcome to come and get a recipe.
And those are your copies, so you can write on them, do whatever you like.
So we have 2 jars of Val's Vegetarian. Now, inside the vegetarian sauce are all locally grown organic carrots,
Right over there.
organic red peppers, organic red onions, and portobello mushrooms. And they're in here. And pretty much this chili kind of just bolsters that.
It's a great, like a base sauce for all kinds of dishes. And one of the things that Sal forgot to mention was Italians, one of the things that we do is we'll make a big pot of sauce, and then we eat on it all week. So like one night you might have pasta, the next night you'll have pizza, another night you'll use it as a base for stew, and then tonight we're using it for chili. You can use it for soups, all kinds of things. The oven cooking, our sauces are, we should have never just called them pasta sauces. We should have just called them gourmet sauces.
These labels have evolved 4 times.
Yeah.
So the 5th time it's going to say gourmet sauces. Italian Hearts gourmet sauces.
So we give you a head start to create fabulous meals in minutes because our sauce is slow cooked exactly as we do them from home. So we build layers upon layers of flavor and cook them for hours, and just like we do from home. And our goal was to give fast food that's nutritious and healthy, so they taste like we made them just from home. They're not like other sauces in that regard. That's why we had to buy our own kitchen and make them ourselves.
That's right. So what we're doing here, we have 2 cans of 15-ounce drained organic black beans. We have 2 large red onions.
Which, by the way, I never chop at home. I always put them in a food processor.
Makes it a lot easier and a lot less tears.
A lot less tears.
We have 6 medium carrots, and we love the carrots that are here at Natural Grocers, the organic rainbow carrots. They're so gorgeous.
As you can see all the different colors of them. The more color you have in your foods, the better they are for you.
Right. Then we have 1 8-ounce package of mushrooms, and of course, this is a recipe that's not set in stone. We got a little bit more beans for tonight. We got a little bit more mushrooms because, you know, it depends on what you like as a vegetable. 2 zucchinis, or guguzia in Italian. 1 large red pepper, we have 2, and 1 green bell pepper chopped. 1/2 cup of cilantro. Well, we got a little bit more than 1/2 cup of cilantro.
I love cilantro.
And then we have our little spice section. With this recipe, you get to make your own chili powder, rather than just buying it off the shelf and it's got too much of this or too much of that. You get to add all of it together, and that's what I'll be doing first. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Well, I've already put 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and that's an Italian measurement.
Yeah, that's Italians, how they measure. You should have seen us when we first went commercial, because we don't cook with recipes, and so we're like, it was challenging to try to convert that to a commercial level, but we did. Suzanne actually, we went a little bit of this, and so she's the one that actually measured this stuff.
Yeah, our chef Suzanne, she graduated from culinary school at South Lake Tahoe, so she is an executive chef for sure. That was what, 4 years?
Yeah, 4.
4 years. We thought we could never get anybody to make our sauces the way that we made them, and she picked them up really well.
Really well.
So we were very blessed with her.
And we're very proud of her too. So we're going to be making our chili powder. And for the chili powder, we need some smoked paprika. We need some cumin. How many of you like cumin? Oh yeah.
It's really good for you. So we've been trying to acquire a taste for it because it's really good for your joints and inflammation.
And then this is the chipotle powder, if you want a little kick in there. And then we've got some dried oregano and some garlic powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of mix this up right here real quick.
And then tell them if you want to add meat to your chili, tell them how you would do that to start.
Right. Well, for right now, what you would want to do if you wanted to add meat to this is whatever cut of meat you want. Beef, pork, chicken, turkey, ground turkey, hamburger. With just a little bit of olive oil in the bottom, you would want to brown that first. And then you would add your onions. You add all of your hearty vegetables that are going to take some time to cook and get al dente. We like our vegetables not mushy. We like them to have just a little chew. And then you build it from there and let it cook. You can actually put it all in a slow cooker if you wanted to. So, let's see, what are we going to do here?
And the beans, as you can see, we've chosen black beans. You can use whatever you want. We've started using black beans and we really like them, so that's what we choose to use. But you can use whatever you like as far as beans go.
So we got 1. And a half. And what do we got here? 1 tablespoon of cumin.
Is your sauce bottled here then?
Yes.
We
yes.
bottle everything in Gardnerville,
But they sell it here, yeah.
and they do sell it here. It's $7.69 here at Natural Grocers.
I bought it here before.
Yeah, we're in 3 places in this store. We're up front in the local section on our display, and they have us on the shelf. And we're also in the cold section. Yeah, where the, like they have the cheeses and stuff.
Right 1 tablespoon of cumin. You can play your ukulele if you want. Have a little dinner and some music. 1½ teaspoon of chipotle. I did that last time, and it was just a little bit too brisk for us, so we're just going to put 1 in here.
What is that, the chipotle?
Yeah, ground chipotle powder.
I was just asking her, I wonder how spicy this chili powder is.
It's
It's
got a kick.
Now, we don't like chili that burns your mouth off, so.
We like to have a nice little
We
kick.
just like a little kick. So you can adjust it when you'll get to eat it after when we're done tasting. And if it's too hot for you, then just adjust it when you make it yourself.
Okay.
And a little bit of garlic powder.
Is this kitchen that you say in Gardnerville, is that like a restaurant?
No,
No,
it's
it's
just our commercial kitchen, and we have a little storefront. Someday, over the rainbow, is our dream to have a little cafe along with our production. So hopefully someday we'll get to do that.
Yeah.
And we'll be up here in Reno. That's our goal. We were building in Midtown. We were building a cafe and a production kitchen, and then we got a call from another local company, Fran, that owns Killer Salsa, and she said, before you build in there, come and look at my kitchen because I've got to get a bigger one, and I just want you to see it. You might really want it. When we went down and looked at it, we bought the whole place for what we were going to have to spend for one big kettle in the new place.
Isn't that pretty?
So we said, we'll go down there. And it was basically almost turnkey for us.
All right.
So that's why we're in Gardnerville.
Let's fly this airplane. Turn this knob on.
So much going on in Midtown now.
Yeah, there is. We were going to be in the Sticks project is where we were building.
That power on. This power on.
We're always looking for a kitchen in Reno if you guys
Yeah.
ever see one.
Absolutely.
When I chop my vegetables, I always have a pot for just the trash. And then I'll,
That smells like warm olive oil. All right, so first things first, we want to put the hearty vegetables in. We'll get the onions going here. That's what I want to hear. How many of you love that sizzle? Turn it down to 7. Oh, that's not going to work for me. No, gosh, no. You can help me by putting some in here. I'll stir.
you want the mushrooms also? The carrots.
The carrots, and then we want to put in,
So the things that are
yeah, onions and carrots at
the
first.
vegetables that are gonna take a little longer to cook is what you put in. So, carrots Katie here tonight? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Katie. Connor.
You guys smell this yet? And the peppers. putting on my beer bun. One thing, I'm number 3 of 5 Sals in my family. My grandfather Sal-n-Val, he used to do steaks on Thursday nights, and he would either grill some asparagus or blanch some green beans and finish it off with a pasta sauce. A little cheese on top, so you didn't necessarily have to have pasta.
Italians, they know that their red sauce is full of antioxidants and it's good for just really healthy. So we incorporate that into a lot of our dishes that we make. Sal's family even poached an egg on that in the morning.
In the morning,
In
take a little
sauce.
saucepan, put a little bit of the sauce in the pan, get it to a little simmer, and then you poach lightly the eggs and maybe have a little sausage and a little Italian toast. But you can't find Italian bread in Nevada. It's horrible. So we're going to try to make some. You can find a lot of French bread here.
Colombo's the only bread company I know that makes Italian.
Right.
It's not like we made.
Goo seals next.
Yeah.
I'm going to add a little salt. Kind of help make the vegetables sweat up a little bit.
Smells good. Good. Normally we have the camera on so you can see inside the pot. And if you guys want to come up and see, you don't have to
Yeah.
stay sitting down. If
Come
you
on up
wanna-
and take a look.
You can't come, well, we can, I don't know how we'll do that, but I'll show you real quick. See, that's ready? You see the behind here, I've got vegetables everywhere. So then you just let them cook down a little bit until they get a little bit tender.
Now, if you were gonna add other beans besides lentils, like something that's like uncooked, besides the black beans, would you cook that first, do you think, or could you?
Well, if you're going to cook beans, yes, rather than canned beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to make sure you have your beans at least done enough to not raw, so they don't break your teeth.
So you want to have them like al dente, you know, get them done a little bit before.
Like your lentils, like you're talking about.
Yeah, because I sneak those into
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no rules to this recipe. As a matter of fact, if you guys are making recipes and are on Facebook, you can take a picture of it and send it to us. We normally have a little slideshow set up on our demos, and we have all the recipes that a lot of our customers have made over the time.
Yeah. What part of you's on Facebook?
It's the Facebook page is Italian Hearts Gourmet Foods, and so it's on the jar also. You can get the website. I guess we don't have that on there, huh?
We're gonna add our little Val's vegetarian in here, give it some liquid to cook with.
You want your mushrooms yet? Okay.
And just a little reminder, any recipe that you're currently doing, meatloaf,
Show it to the sauce.
huh?
Show the sauce. This is the only sauce that we know of that actually has chunks of real vegetables in it. And we source our vegetables from local farms. We get them from Carey and Sons,
Carey and
and
Sons.
also Nevada Fresh Pack. That's where we get them. So we buy them local.
Which are actually the only 2 real certified organic farms in Nevada.
And we know the farm owners
Do
personally.
they do like farmers markets there?
Yes.
What are the names of those farms?
It's Perry and Sons.
Perry and Sons,
And the other one that we use is Latin Farms.
Latin Farms, and Nevada
And
Fresh
Nevada
Pack.
Fresh Pack. And at the farmers markets, they will have stands at several of the different ones this summer in town. We also do farmers markets all summer.
Yeah, now we do the farmers markets.
Last year was our first year for farmers markets, and they're a lot of fun. So we're going to do them in Reno at the Summit Mall. It starts in June, and we're also going to be at one in Gardnerville this year.
So the Reno one in the summer, do you know what days it's on the
The
weekends?
one on California,
And the one at the Summit Mall is on Saturdays
And
and
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays. We're there on Saturday.
we're there on Saturday. And when we're at the farmers markets, we also sell our organic pasta that Chef Suzanne makes, and the meats that actually cook in our meat sauces. You get trays of meatballs, get like 16 meatballs for $10, and you get about 4 pounds of 3 meat, which are mild length Italian sausage, chuck roast, and pork spare ribs, and all the meats are cooked already. All you gotta do is take them home and warm them up.
And this year for the Gardnerville Farmers Market, we're going to be really brave, and we're actually going to serve lunch at the farmers market. We have a bread company that makes their breads from our kitchen that's called Malou's Brazil. And they make a Brazilian cheese bread that is out of this world. It is so good. So we're going to use those for our buns and make meatball sandwiches and 3 meat sandwiches with that. So it'll be an adventure this year. But we're pretty excited about doing it.
When does that start?
The one in Gardnerville starts at the end of May. It's on Wednesdays. So it's the last Wednesday of May. And it's from 9 to 1.
Give it a couple more minutes and then I'll throw in our chili powder and let that all kind of marry together with what's going on in the pot.
When you're done with that part, then show what
Go ahead. Go ahead and throw in your mushrooms to
mushrooms
my
are
love.
in now.
Yep.
Just give it a stir and show. Got an escaping. Oh, that looks so pretty. We'll show you in just a second what it looks like now. See? Oh, it smells good.
So do you guys, would you also let that cook all day, like in a crock pot or
You know,
something, or no?
you can. You absolutely can.
But you don't have to.
But you don't have to. I started liking the vegetables to have a little bit of crisp.
Okay.
So I started doing it back on top of the stove again. Because you can, it like start to finish, it's 45 minutes.
Okay.
So you can do it either way. If you need to, if you're busy and you don't have time to make it, you can do it in the crock pot. But since I went back to doing on top of the stove, I really like the crispness of
Yeah.
the vegetables.
Okay.
And you're not going to probably get that in the slow cooker.
Uh-huh. There you go.
Starting to look pretty
Did
good.
you show what that looked like?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's fun to make your own chili powder. And then I think Sal showed you, but when you make your own spice blends, you whisk it so that it's all blended evenly. And I started even doing that when I'm baking. When you have dry ingredients, I'll whisk it so it all gets mixed up really nicely. Now this is that burner that, it burns.
I know, buddy. I'm on it. I'm watching it. In there.
It smells so good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good sniff. And it's really really good for you. So we make a pot of this and we'll eat on it all week. You know, we'll have it for lunches, and we like to cook that way because we're really busy, and so we'll make big pots of stuff, and then you either freeze it or we just eat on it all week.
Here, hold that for just a second. Settle down in there. How many are cooking on electronic or electric
Electric.
stoves?
It's a little more challenging, huh?
Oi!
It's harder to keep it down.
Okay, go ahead and put the lid on that. Not yet. Let it simmer for about 5 minutes.
Okay, so then we're gonna let it simmer for about 5 minutes before we put the beans in. Any other questions about anything?
What's this magazine for? Are you getting it?
Yes, we have this is Getaway Reno Tahoe magazine, and we've been blessed to be in several different magazines. We've been in Edible, and we've been in I think about 6 magazines now. And this is the newly released issue of this edition, the spring edition. They did a nice coverage on us, so you're welcome to take a look at that. And this magazine targets our tourism industry, which is nice. And so they tell them how to package our sauce up so they can take it home. And we're part of Made in Nevada, so, and also by Nevada, so we're great Nevada-made products. The gal that wrote this article, she had also written an article on us in Edible magazine about 4 years ago. And when she was given the assignment, she said, pick whatever company you want to do a story on. And she said of all the coverage that she has done on local companies, our story has stuck with her the longest. And so she said she wanted to, she said, you touched my heart. So,
Aww.
yeah, so that was quite an honor. And she did a really beautiful job with this article. It's one of my favorites.
When did you start?
We started 4 years ago. We've been commercial for a little over 3 years. And when we first started, Sal told you that we had lost our careers when the recession hit. And so when we tried to find work, no one would hire us. We were only like in our early 50s. And everybody told us we were too old, and so we were unhireable at that time. So we're like, great, now what are we gonna do? So we used all of our money that we had saved up just to live on, and we had friends that helped us. We actually had friends that paid our mortgage payment for an entire year to help us get started. And then we had friends that gave us money to make our first batch of sauce, because that's how lean we were living. And we were in, let's see, it was Damani Ranch High School craft show. And when it was our very first show we ever did, we had a completely different jar, different label. And when we were setting up, I was so nervous that I was putting the jars on the table, and I miscounted the edge, and a jar of sauce fell and broke all over everywhere. And so the whole gymnasium smelled like our sauce, which actually worked to our benefit because it smelled really good. We sold out
for a reason.
Yeah, so we sold out that show. So we thought, well, okay, let's keep going. And we literally we've gotten increments of funding that has taken us to each level that we have gotten at. And we say it's been a God thing, because we have not had the resources to do it. And we're now in 68 stores, and we're still growing. We still have not reached our level yet that we need to be at. So having your own business is a lot of fun. We enjoy what we're doing, but it's a lot of work. And so you have to work it every single day. And when we were doing training with another store, they told us that everybody thinks that once you get on the shelves, you've arrived. And they said, that's only the beginning. Now you got to get it off the shelves.
Now you got to get it off the shelf.
So we work doing demos all the time in stores, because if you don't taste our sauce, you don't know if we're any different from any other sauce.
Have you tried it at Costco yet?
Costco, we're not going to be in Costco. They have been asking us for several years to be in there.
However,
and Costco doesn't fit our our MO of what we want our sauces to be. The only way we can sell in Costco is if we make another sauce that we use less quality ingredients, because they want us to sell 3 jars for what we sell 1 jar for, and that's really not our purpose.
Right.
Our purpose was to make a gourmet sauce that gives everybody that's got busy lifestyles a head start. And so we want our sauces to be nutritious, and we want them to be used with local ingredients, because we believe in supporting the local economy, just like they support us and like you guys support us. So that's how you rebuild your communities, is when
Right.
your money stays in your own community.
That's
So
right.
we have been blessed to get to know farm owners and ranch owners and other businesses that we use their ingredients to make our products. So it's really kind of a wonderful thing. And making your sauces that way, you're kind of taking back America for how we were originally started, how businesses used to be, mom and pop shops that cared about the product that they made. And so, nothing bad against Costco. They
Yeah,
have
just
they
they have a lot
their
of organic,
purpose.
but I guess they just keep it, I don't know.
The organics, you know, I buy organics from there, and at least they're organics, you know. So,
But they're not local, you're right, so it's a difference, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, we got a good lesson in consumer buying. A lot of consumers are completely fine with paying less money upfront and getting a lesser quality product. So that appeals to a large market of people. That's just not us. So we always say, you're either going to spend money on good quality foods or you're going to spend it at the doctor's. So we buy good healthy foods.
Right?
So that's how we live.
I live the same way.
We say we eat for good health.
Do you have a large staff of people to help you or anybody?
We've gone up and down. We've been as many as 12 employees. And right now, Jim, we didn't introduce Jim in the back there. He delivers for us, and
For
Michelle
all
is
of our
wife.
stores.
And so then we have Suzanne, and right now that's where we are. We're not in season of production. When we're in full production, we have about 12 people that work with us. And then as we grow, we keep adding more and more people. And the state of Nevada has really embraced us, so they're going to help us to grow even more. So Governor Sandoval loves our sauces, and he personally sent us we've met him many times, and he buys our sauces. His family had it in their in the governor's mansion one night. So we say we're Nevada's first sauce. And he personally requested us at the governor's, let's see, the Western States Governors Conference.
Right.
That was up in Lake Tahoe last summer. He requested that our sauces be there so that he could introduce it to all the governors from the Western states that came in. So it's been really nice.
Don't mind the man just adjusting things over here.
Yeah, and you want to taste when you're making products to see if you need a little bit more of anything.
Boy, that's
And,
a whole thing.
A little too much Chipotle.
Still. And I cut it down by half a teaspoon.
Yeah, we say that recipes are a good suggestion. So
That's right.
They're good, you know, what we do.
You try it
We cook like
once.
Italians.
You try it once and then you adjust. And
To your own
adjust.
personal life.
And adjust.
My dad puts ghost peppers in his chilies, so I have a
Oh, so
large
you won't
color
have-
next to my bowl when I eat chili at my parents' house.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you like it hotter, you can put chili flake in it.
Give it a couple more minutes.
And then put the beans in.
And the cilantro.
These beans that they carry here are really nice beans. I'll show you what they look like. And we got the bigger cans this time to make a little bit more. The recipe calls for the smaller cans. So we splurged this time and went with a little more beans.
Yeah. More beans are better.
Yeah, black beans are really healthy for you. Well, any kind of beans are good for you.
Are these vegan too? Organic, that's nice. No GMO, that's nice.
Yeah, the ingredients that we use that we
Say that it's vegan.
we learned a lesson lately about vegan. And so
Any vegans in the room?
Yeah,
She stepped out. but
She stepped out?
I wonder if she's the one that gave us the education on vegan. The sugar that you buy in the store, if you're not using raw organic sugars, well, the way that they get sugar to be white is they use, what is it called, bone char? Which we recently learned. So if you're not using raw organic sugar, chances are you're getting bone char in there, which is not going to be vegan.
Because the animals were connected to those bones, so vegans don't like that.
And when we've learned a lot of these little things, and so the more that we learn, the more we go certified organic on everything. And so what we use raw organic sugar that is vegan.
Yep.
And so we qualify to be vegan. We have not gotten certified gluten-free or certified vegan because those are each $10,000 hoops you have to jump through.
Everybody got $1?
Yes, we haven't done that yet. And we buy from farms that are also organic, but they're also not certified. So we know our ranches, we know our farms. And so we
Yeah.
all hope to be certified someday when they make it a little bit more affordable.
Start a GoFundMe page.
What?
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah,
have. A
we've
couple of
done
times.
that. Yeah, we've done that. That was part of our startup funding as well.
This girl started a GoFundMe page when Prince died to raise money to go to his funeral, and within 20 minutes she had half of her gold. Didn't even know the guy.
Yeah, I know it's interesting what people fund.
I know, isn't it?
Yeah. I think we may even still have ours still going. I never closed it down.
Maybe we should check it.
Yeah, we might check it. Never know what's in there.
All right, so now we put the black beans in. We're getting close. Those veggies right there. So what I did is I drained these black beans.
A little bit longer. A little bit. Top of it.
Oh.
They're just about there.
And trust me, you won't miss the meat with this recipe. You just won't. It is really hearty.
And when we want to substitute meat, we'll also use portobello mushrooms because they're a little meatier.
Yeah.
And that's what the
That's
vegetarian has
what's
in
in the
it.
sauce.
Those are portobello mushrooms. So the vegetarian, we used organic carrots, organic red peppers, organic red onions, portobello mushrooms, which are wild, and what else, Suzanne? What else am I forgetting? Onions, carrots,
Peppers.
red peppers,
And,
Red
and
red
mushrooms,
onions.
that's it.
And that's it.
and then our tomatoes. The tomatoes that we use they're non-GMO, and they're only in their own sauce. Juice. Nothing, none of that bad stuff. The first year that we started, we decided, we were very ambitious, and we decided we were going to grow our own tomatoes for our sauce. That lasted about one time. That was, and the amount of tomatoes that we use now is not humanly possible. Well, I guess for somebody, but you know, we have to get canned tomatoes because to be shelf stable, you have to use canned because
Right.
they're pH leveled for food safety purposes. And so we buy them all cored and peeled and let the farm do all the work for us.
Absolutely.
And they taste better. They're more consistent than if you were to grow them yourself.
One of the things that I'm not happy about doing tonight is not bringing my little tablet, because in that garden of tomatoes, when we started growing them, they were Roma tomatoes, and we're going, this is going to be great. We started doing our sauces with San Marzano tomatoes that come from Italy. What? Oh. Sorry. Thank you, Suzanne. So we started doing our garden with San Marzano tomatoes, and people didn't like it as much. They're really thick. There's not a lot of juice to those tomatoes. So we grew some Roma tomatoes, and in that group of tomatoes was a perfect heart-shaped tomato. And we have a picture of it, and that goes on our tablet when we go around. And that's where the hearts came from. That's where they started from.
Yeah. And then when we were cooking, and before we even thought about doing the business, we kept saying, it just blesses our Italian hearts to have you guys over here. And so one day I was talking to a girlfriend, I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna call this company. And she goes, well, you've already been calling it. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, Italian Hearts. So that's how that came. So it's really just kind of come together for us. Well, sort of. I mean, it has come together, but it just doesn't, it just doesn't happen. Everybody that owns their own business will tell you that. And trying to be a small business is challenging, but we believe in doing it, that's for sure. And there's a lot of entrepreneurs now that are cooking their products the same way that we do. They're delivering good, wholesome products and not making as much money off of them because we believe in bringing good health to people.
You guys are awfully quiet. We're awfully hungry.
Where would you like the company to be in 10 years?
What's that?
Where would you like the company to be in 10 years as far as
National.
expanding? Yeah.
Yeah, we'd like to be national. We are in several stores in Northern California right now. We'd like to be national. We'd like to have our website up and going. We just got an order this morning from Texas, so it's going, but we'd like to have it be
Go
even
faster.
more. It's hard with expanding into stores when you don't go to a co-packer because it's more costly to get it to all these stores. So we say if we can build our website and achieve the same thing and deliver right to their doorstep, that will also be fine. So we're working on that as well. But we would really like to have a place similar to this that we can make our products and we can cook and serve a nice simple little lunch, have a little cafe. That's our heart to do that, is to, that was kind of where we originally started. And we were going to have a window in our production that people could watch us making our sauces. And so we believe in divine intervention. So we knew that, we had to go a different direction for a while, but we'll hopefully end up where we were originally starting.
Want to
With
put in
having the little cafe and
a couple of
selling our products.
handfuls of cilantro in here.
More?
You save a little bit
I
for
love the
garnish.
smell of this. You either love cilantro or you don't. But
Who loves
I
cilantro?
love it. And it's really good for you. It's a blood purifier, so you can eat it fresh. It's really good for you.
Tastes like dishwater.
It does.
I agree.
I love it.
But I'm getting used to it because my wife loves it.
And it's super good for you.
And
So
it's super good for you.
one thing about you can train your body to eat healthy, and so whatever you feed it, you're going to crave.
We're almost there, folks.
Have you guys ever thought of Shark Tank or anything?
Yeah, we have. We have.
They scare me.
Well, we have new partners that we got in October that were our dream partners, and they still are our dream partners. But one of our partners, he has cancer, and so they've been diverted to take care of him. And so
We've been orphaned.
yeah, we've been orphaned again for a time. But we're praying that he gets better and they jump back on board. But our new partner is she is Nina Kachina, the Healthy Gourmet, and so she's been on the Food Network. She's had her own show, and so we're hoping that they get to be back around again.
And if you like our page on Facebook, you'll see a lot of her blogs on there. Go ahead and like her page too, because her recipes are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and one of the things that we're doing now is that we're moving towards is you can have your sweets, but you learn to change it up enough so that, like I'm using almond flour now instead of all white flour, and so you're adding health benefits to what you're cooking.
Right.
And Nina's really good at doing that. She makes a protein bread that I've been making as well that is, instead of the bread being all carbs and bad for you. You're actually putting a good amount of nutrition into it, so you get to have your bread and eat it too, and it's good for you.
Yum.
So, you know, and change up to using almond flour instead of butter, not almond flour, almond butter instead of butter, and so we eat with a purpose now. But you can have cakes, you can have all kinds of things that if you just use the healthy ingredients, you still get to have them. Are we burning? If you have an electric stove that it likes to burn like this one does, they have different pots that you can get that are a little kind of deflect that. Yeah. And little
It smells so good out there. Everybody in line is like, what's going on there?
That's what happened last
That's what
time.
happened last time?
Yeah. Especially when we start dishing it up. That's why we leave the doors open also. We should be fine now.
I bought some of your sauce.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the nice thing about when you buy local products, you're supporting families, you know, so it's not big corporations. And not that they don't have families that are within the corporations, but it's just different.
Where do you get that magazine so we can read about it?
You know, they have it we have a visitor center at Reno Town Mall. And they have a local store in there. I don't know, not hardly anybody knows about them, but they're called Buy Nevada First. And they have, inside that store is all locally made products, but they're also the visitor center, and so they should have it in there. And I would have brought you more tonight, and I apologize for that. I haven't made it over there to pick up more copies. But you can also view it online. And they'll have it at the visitor center like they have it in Gardnerville there and up in Tahoe. And the airports. So it goes to the airports, the visitor centers, hotels. So this is a little bit different distributed than regular magazines are. And one of the things that we've changed up, instead of using sour cream, we use yogurt on top of our chili.
And this Greek yogurt is delicious.
Yeah, this is a really good brand.
It's organic, but it's not vegan.
The cheese is cheese, however, but it is organic.
There's still really much cheese left.
Do you guys mind having the vegetables a little al dente for the sake of eating? I think we're gonna go ahead and serve it up. You wanna, probably about 10 more minutes you would have wanted to cook it.
Why are you bringing the cheese over here? Oh, we need it over here. Thank you. Right. We're gonna need a double bowl or just, that should be good, right?
Oh, that smells so good.
As is.
That's a happy little tune.
Yeah.
Not me.
Quite a little symphony on that phone.
You turn this down.
Yes. No, it's on one. I'll turn it off in a second.
And you want to scrape the bottom of your pot because that's where your flavor is.
Yep.
I'll show you what this looks like before I dish it out.
That lovely.
It looks like chili.
Again, at home, you'll want to cook it probably for about 10 more minutes.
Or longer, depending on how you like your veggies.
I do it probably 10.
Come and get it, folks.
Yeah.
Want to set it up over there? Grab your toppings. You want toppings or
And then your
chips or
chips.
spoon? Sure. There you go.
These carrots are so pretty.
It's hot. Don't burn your mouth. It is very hot. You want a double bowl?
Oh, no.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
Thank you, that was wonderful.
and again, when you're picking out your vegetables, the more color you have, the more healthier it is for you.
Right.
Say it's not.
Good. Here you go. Careful that bowl gets hot.
And this chili spice smells really good.
Beautiful.
Not spicy.
So at home, we would have some sriracha
Here you
to
go,
kind of
dear.
spice it up a little bit.
You're welcome. Chef? Welcome. How we doing in there? Got fun? You're welcome.
Yeah.
Tea. You're welcome, sweetheart. Careful about hot. Need more spoons? Connor? Oops. Better have something in the bowl, huh? You're welcome, sir.
See, there's another heart. See my heart?
Good. How are you?
I know, isn't it nice? I love this class.
Oh, you're eating, sir.
Oh, yeah. And they have classes in here almost weekly, different things, they're always free.
Have plenty more cheese there, Connor. Don't worry about it, okay? What do you think? Is it too spicy? And I even lowered the amount of chipotle. Need a spoon?
Yeah, just so you know, this one, we didn't use as much chipotle as the recipe calls for. So if it's too hot, then you gotta have even less.
So, rather than a teaspoon and a half, I think that we will do the next one at a half a teaspoon. That'll be about the right heat. I love it.
So you guys can some of this for that.
Yes.
I think so.
But we
If I
can't,
can-
I'm judging. Are you judging?
I don't think
If
so.
I can, if I can have time to do it. You wanna make it?
Oh. Is it this weekend?
Yes, it's Sunday.
Yeah,
We're working Saturday, so I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
yeah.
I'll try to do it.
I'll let you know.
hard.
No, it's just a matter
Was
of
because
That's just
Jason
having
and I
time
worked
to get out of
together.
it.
He's on trust. And I kept waiting next to him. He said,
I got up early Sunday.
You know, it takes about 45 minutes.
I'll do it Friday, tomorrow.
Pretty well. So I stripped him.
Yeah, do it tomorrow and it'll be really good.
So how will you do it tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Same way, it'll just be, it's better if it's made fresh, I think.
So would you
But-
send it with Friday?
Yeah.
And just heat it up on Saturday?
Yeah.
Sort of in the crock pot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done.
High fever.
They're done. She's working hard.
Yeah. Go ahead and shut
She's
them.
been through it and everything. But I'll tell you, and I know she's.
So thanks everybody for stopping in tonight. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And
Hope
you're
you
free to
enjoy.
hang out as long as you want.
Ask questions. We've got lots of recipe ideas.
We're just gonna shut down our video.
Great job.
Thank you very much.